Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here in the Triumph section of Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, but look what they've got out for us today. This is one of my ultimate dream motorcycles in the regular form, the R form, or the RS form, let alone the Moto2 765. So that's the Street Triple RS 765 Moto2 version. This is the crystal white paint job. It's an absolutely gorgeous machine. I don't even know where to start. As usual, these things are just mind-blowing. This is everything I dream about at night. This is the ultimate and wet dream on rubber motorcycle production to my mind. Just an absolutely fabulous looking machine. Just look at that thing. Every bit of this is just wow. You know, just absolute wow. I'm going to jump right up here right away. Just check this out. The stepped milling, the spacing, you know, these, oh, the precision of everything, these clip-ons, these, I mean, just every little chunk of everything is perfection. Bar end mirrors, just a fabulous, fabulous machine. I kind of laugh when I see these rear foot pegs, but they're there. There is a back seat, like anybody's ever going to sit on that, right? So what is this? Let's start with the specs. It is a 765cc inline dual overhead, inline 3-cylinder dual overhead cam engine with a 13.25 to 1 compression. So you're probably going to want to use premium with this. Check out those pipes. Curved radiator. Just a fabulous thing. Puts out about 128 to 130 horsepower depending on what you read. That's 50. Has 59 foot-pounds of torque. That's 80 newton meters. Has a 6-speed transmission, and as you'd expect from Triumph, it's an absolutely silky smooth 6-speed transmission. And there's the magic quick shifter. I rode a bike, not this bike, I've ridden street triples before, and that quick shifter is a piece of art. Absolute piece of art. The frame on these motorcycles are all aluminum. These are like they call it pressure injected molding, something like that, for this bottom part. The swing arm, of course, look at that sexy swing arm. Look at that. I just love it. I just love it. It's just, can't keep my hands off of it. But just look at that. I mean, it's just fabulous. Even the wheel adjusters for the chain. Just wow. Absolute wow. Cast wheels, of course. Tubeless tires. Already talked about the frame. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Jumping up here to this front end art. I think these are 310, let me look at my notes here, 310 millimeter Brimbos, Stylema, monoblock, 4-piston, radially mounted, all the right words. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing there. Isn't that just incredible, incredible. Travel for the front forks is 4.5 inches, that's 115 millimeters. Front forks are Öhlins. On this model. Öhlins, it says NIX 30. Now I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure it means fun. Check it out. You know, textured here. There's a dual texturing here, so smooth. Kind of you can feel a milling mark here. Just absolutely amazing. Just to touch this, this isn't just a straight tube. It's kind of got this, get yourself to the dealer and check one of these out. Just amazing. Looks like there's some sort of coating on here, and it's adjustable in every way. Rebound, dampening, compression. So talking about the Brembo down here, but let's follow this up here. Brembo master cylinder with adjustable throw with this knob here, but also adjustable rate. So the rate for the amount of pull, the rate of application of brake can be reduced or increased by adjusting this knob right here. And so that's really quite a neat adjustment. MCS 1921, I don't know what that means, but it's Brembo, anyway, Brembo marked. So fabulous, fabulous. So we'll get back to that here in a bit. Some other things to look at. The rear, it's got an Öhlins suspension in the rear. Again, 5.2 inches of travel. That's 131 millimeter, and again, fully adjustable. Every way you can think of. I mean, isn't that just art? This is motorcycle porn, my friends. This is the ultimate. If the motorcycle gods came to me and said, you can have any motorcycle on the planet you want for 1 month. We pay for all the gas, we pay for all the maintenance. This is the bike I would pick right here. This would be the one. I would live with this easily for a month. And I wouldn't have a license at the end of that month, but I would have a lot of fun. So it's an absolutely fabulous machine. Wheelbase on something like this is a flat 55 inches. That's 1,397 millimeters. Seat height is about 33 inches, but the bike is so narrow it doesn't feel that way. That's 839 millimeters. Fuel tank is about 4 gallons. That's 15 liters. And here's the magic part. Wet weight for this absolutely gorgeous machine. 414 pounds. That's the dream machine in every way. That's with fuel. So, you know, without the fuel, yeah, anyway, just amazing. That's 188 kilograms, by the way. I'm absolutely in love. This is the crystal white version. I think I already mentioned that. It's also available in Triumph Race Yellow. I have not seen the Race Yellow version of the M2 Moto2 bike, but I have seen the Triumph has a beautiful, I call it orange, I think they call it yellow, but they have a beautiful bike that's just phenomenal. And anyway, so let's look over the details. Let's throw that list away and look over the details. I've already talked about this. Look at this beauty. This is just art. To a guy like me, this is just art in every way. Even the bug lights, I'm getting used to this. I didn't care for the looks in the beginning, but the first time I drove an RS, Street Triple, I just fell in love with it. After that, the looks were just, they made perfect sense in every way. They've got the, you know, the lean forward triple cylinder, the eyeballs here for the dual overhead cam, the massive clutch basket right there. You know, this beautiful exhaust. Look at the welding in there. The cowled front end for the ride. It says right there. Isn't that just gorgeous? The way the lettering, you know, it's a white tank, black lettering here that turns to white on the black. Street Triple RS right there. The end mirrors. I mean, look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous looking. This multicolored frame, you know, the secondary frame. I get a kick out of these rear foot pegs because I don't know who in their right mind is going to ride back there. As a rider, would you want somebody on the back? I mean, the motorcycle's kind of made for a single purpose, isn't it? Check out this pipe. Moto2. Triumph logo right there. Moto2 right there. You know, and just everything about a Triumph is, of course, Triumph. Triumphs are an engine, you know, it's an engineer. First off, it's a soul of racing company. It's a engineering company. It's a style company. Everything about this is just phenomenal. I don't know if you guys watch Ducati NYC. DUC NYC. Anyway, he rides a Ducati Monster. And he took a couple of these for a test drive. I think 2 or 3 videos where he just explodes with amazement about how these things perform. Of course, he's a Ducati guy, and I get that. But this is probably the most rider-oriented motorcycle on the planet, in my mind, as far as riding fast and hard. This is probably the machine to get. You know, the weight, the power. Oh, fuzzy, 128 horsepower. Is that enough? It is on this bike. This has got everything in the right spot. Everything is, it's just pure perfection. You know, he rides, I hate to keep bringing him up, but he's Ducati NYC. Go find his channel. He's just phenomenal. I love every one of his videos. Yeah, I could do without the camping ones, but they're still good ones. But anyway, yeah, go find him. And he takes one of these for a ride, I think a couple of videos, and he just, the kind of riding he does, I think this is the ultimate bike for that. And one thing he points out when riding this is the amount of torque. So the listed number for this bike is 59 foot-pounds of torque, about 80 newton meters. But he mentions how the torque is always there wherever you're at. And, you know, it's always there when you need it. And of course the horsepower, it's got the 128, 130 horsepower, depending on what you read. But just a phenomenal machine. You know, I don't know if I mentioned the back brakes. It is a Brembo single pot. It's a 220 millimeter. You know what? I don't know if I even mentioned the tires. The tires are a 120/70 on the front, 120/70/17 on the front, and the rear tire is a 180/55/17 Diablo Super Corsa. Absolutely amazing rubber on these Pirelli. It's the kind of thing you want to rub. I'm a very tactile person, and this is a motorcycle that would be very easy to obsess over all the time. Just fabulous, fabulous. Super Corsa, Diablo Super Corsa. Phenomenal, phenomenal. You know, look at this thing. You know, we talked about the back frame. Look at this rear end. You know, you can see through there, the little jet ports. You know what, let's turn the key on. We got to see that in light. Check out that taillight. Isn't that just gorgeous? Just gorgeous. Everybody talks about a tail tidy. I don't think you need one on this bike. Just an absolutely beautiful thing. Phenomenal, phenomenal. You know, look at the molding in the tank, the sculpted shape of the tank. You know, it's really a piece of art. You have got to get to dealer and see one of these. It's just wow in every way. You know, look at that. I just love it. I just love it. Somewhere to hold your legs. Just a beautiful thing. The seat itself is multi-materialed. This material is different from this. This is kind of a grippy material on the top. Smooth on the side. Little pad on the back. Let's jump up here right quick. So the switch gear, adjustable levers for the clutch. Already talked about the brake adjustment. The mode button right here. Blinkers. Little joystick here. Horn right down here. Over here is the kill switch, run switch, start switch, home button. But look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous the way the bars are done? We were talking about that a little bit earlier, but just an absolutely phenomenal thing. Jumping up here, it's a 5-inch TFT, full color TFT. ABS light, oil light. Let's do that again. Isn't that neat? Check it out. Fuel light, engine light, oil light. The Triumph symbol in the center. Good afternoon, it says. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Fuel gauge, heat gauge, clock, the road mode. I think, let's see if we can change modes. Rain mode, road mode, sport mode, track mode, rider setting mode. So you go rain mode, road mode, sport mode, track mode, rider adjustable mode. And each one of these has little settings you can adjust in there. The tack goes outward from both sides. Speedo in the center. Of course, the gear indicator in the center. I think this is also adjustable for different views. Let's hit the home button. Hitting the home button. I don't know what this is. Maybe the gear indicator? Oh, that's right here. Not sure what this is. Anyway, it's rider modes, bike setup, trip meter, display settings, lap timer. You know what? I'm not going to go into that. I don't know enough about it. I'll focus more on the art of the bike. This is a limited edition bike, 471 out of 765. I think they make 765 for the American market and 765 for the rest of the world, but just a gorgeous bike. Anyway, I'm totally in love with this thing. You know what? I'm rambling on and on and on. I think what I'm going to do is turn this camera off and salivate on my own. Hey, if you guys are interested in something like this, a new or used Royal Enfield, Triumph, used vintage bike of any type, get yourself over to BaxterCycle.com. Those guys can help you out. Ask for Amanda or Randy or Mark or Jeremy, and they can help you with your dreams. Now, if the weather's nice out where you're at, get out and ride, my friends. Wahoo!